Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel today. My name is Christian and today we're here to talk about the new record from Suicide Silence. It is self-titled, it is the band's 5th studio record and the follow-up to 2014's You Can't Stop Me. I've steered clear of all the singles that have been released from this record so far because I just wanted to listen to the record in context. I didn't want, if there were bad songs, for them to be taken out of context as just single songs. So that's what I did. And the songs that the band have released have been massively controversial with their change in sound. So far that a group of people put together a petition to stop the band putting this album out. And can I say to those people who did that, you are pathetic wastes of space. An artist has a right to put out whatever art they wish to release, no matter how you feel about it. So the fact that you think you're entitled to tell someone they can't put something out, it's pathetic. Having said that, this album is incredibly confusing and it's gonna leave a lot of people going, what the hell happened here? So let's get into it. Doris opens up this record and was one of the singles, and god damn, what an awful way to open up a record. The thing that jumps out at me instantly is just the incredibly poor vocal performance, especially when the clean vocals come in. The chorus is just absolutely laughable, and whenever I hear it, I just think, what? And unfortunately, this track does set you up for what this whole record is. Silence is next up and picks up exactly where Doris left off, and it does absolutely nothing to improve upon it. And this track is once again led by mostly clean vocals, and once again, it doesn't work. You can basically hear a complete rip-off of Korn in the chorus, and done badly. And just like in Doris, towards the end of the track, they go back down into this softer section which just sounds predictable and mediocre. Listen then kicks in and sounds like the band is trying to be a mix of Korn and Slipknot. And while there are moments of this song where I can get on board, those moments are few and far between. The way this track is structured is just so lazy. It sounds like the band just got in a room once, played this song through once, and just played random section after random section. The drumming performance on this track is good, but the rest of the instrumental is just so repetitive and the same, and nothing really does anything to stand out. And this song also drags on way longer than it should. You could have easily cut 2.5 minutes from this track. Dying in a Red Room opens up with a darker, moodier tone, which is once again led by clean vocals. The chorus on this track completely falls flat. It goes for this more internal vibe, but it just doesn't do what it's wanting to. The problem with this track as a whole is it's basically the same section played over and over and over again with little tiny variations when the chorus kicks in, and those variations don't do enough to differentiate them. And there are also some really poor editing mistakes on this track. There are moments where the instrumental will cut for a bit and then jump back in, and not all the instruments come in on the beat. They just like sloppily all come in. The vocal performance on this record is absolutely appalling, and I'm not just talking about Eddie singing clean. Firstly, the vocal lines that have been written on this record just sound messy and like they haven't been thought through at all. If you want to sing clean, that's fine. I have no problem with that. All my favorite bands in the world predominantly sing clean for the most part, but if you're gonna do that, at least know how to sing, and Eddie can't, and he shows it on this record. And the lyricism has some real bad moments, which I will get into later on. Hold Me Up, Hold Me Down then jumps in with sounds of the band in the studio and then kicks into this riff. And this is a track that I actually enjoyed for the first 2 minutes. Problem with this track is that it overstays its welcome. It does something really cool and enjoyable for the first 2 minutes and then just goes into this fucking weird place. It's like having a conversation with someone and they make really good points for 2 minutes, but then after that they go into this weird tangent that doesn't make sense for an hour, and you completely forget about that 2 minutes where they were making sense. It even breaks in the middle where that tangent starts. By the end of the track, it's basically, how many pig squeals can I do in 2 minutes that don't make any sense at all and serve no purpose? Run opens up with a more bouncy riff, which is actually quite enjoyable, but from then on, the song just falls apart. The track goes back into these ambient, moody sections for the verses, which just don't work. The chorus on this track is once again awful, and there's this thing where the vocals and the instrumental clash and conflict so much. It's like the vocals and the guitars are fighting for the spotlight. The Zero opens up softer once again as the band's trying to be more introspective and moody. And once again, like every other time that they've tried to do it, it doesn't work. The rest of the band basically leave this track an open canvas for Eddie to put in a great vocal performance, and he's just incapable of doing it. And this track might be his best vocal performance as far as clean vocals go, and yet it's still just, it's not good. And I can see the comments now, people saying that I just hate Eddie as a vocalist. No, he's a good vocalist, especially on the last record. I don't know what he's done on this record. Conformity is next up and really encapsulates what this whole record is. And that comes through in the lyrics especially. Now, I may be missing some context to the lyrics here, or I may not have really listened that deeply to the lyrics in the verses, but I don't think that I'm reading these the wrong way. But if I am, feel free to call me a fucking idiot in the comments. The main line that runs through this song, that is the main message to this song, is conformity is the secret, conformity saves us all. What the fuck are you talking about? Conformity has ended your band up here, writing the worst album of your career and alienating the majority of your fan base. Conformity is something that destroys art, and this song really shows the kind of mindset the band were in going into this record. Don't be careful, you might get hurt finally closes out this record, and closes it out on a heavier note, which is good. This song is fine. It's not anything special, but within the context of this record, it sounds great. The clean vocals take a backseat and the dirtier vocals take the spotlight, which is good. It's where the band really show what they can do. Nah, I'm just kidding. The clean vocals come back in and take away all momentum that this track had, but you know what? The album is over, so who gives a fuck? Overall, this is an awful record, one that's going to divide a lot of people. I can still see that some people are going to enjoy it and are going to insult people who are hating on it. I'm not hating on it. I listened to this record, I went in with no expectation at all. I didn't think it was going to be great, I didn't think it was going to be horrible. I just wanted to go in, listen to the record, and talk about what I heard. And this is what I heard. It's not hating. This is my opinion on 9 songs from a band that have done 4 great records before. And on this record, they sound like they're a basement dwelling band that have never written a record before. And I'm gonna give this album a 1 out of 5. Anyway, what did you guys think about the record? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know down below. We're here to have a conversation about music, so let's do that. But if you're gonna fill up the comment section with hate and insults, just know I'm gonna read your comments and laugh at how pathetic your life is. I know you people are gonna be there, so just do your worst, and I'll have a good afternoon reading those. One more thing before I go. My band, Sevsons, released our debut record yesterday. It is titled Ad Infinitum. It is absolutely my proudest achievement. It would be amazing if you guys would go and check it out. It's up on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, all of those platforms. Or if you want a physical copy, hit me up and I will send one out to you. Anyway, thanks for watching my video today, guys. Please hit subscribe down below and I will see you next time. Fresh Currents.